Ebusia Adumbes Radio 138.9%. Nyame Ninsa wom Ebusia matters arising. Asem we Kevin Taylor Kanyo eno ene da hono ene sen. You see, OSP's power to prosecute without Attorney General's authorization, unconstitutional. Attorney General files at Supreme Court. You see, Attorney General Akofile Supreme Court said, OSP, to me, dear man, I said, when you to me too much out or the prosecute without no Attorney General no authorization, about the same. Ebasa onfa Attorney General ne de enye hwe mo be keke vitina be kasa asem we say obi unpo ne kasa obi unpo corruption case bi mu obi an tempa na OSP be ginam na okofa omo o se e bia yeko gina nchen CID gina nchen Attorney General gina nchen me na me in charge of investigation na OSP be command ni pano mo kasa ke vitina kasa asem we because your man said 2 minutes too much. Ya man power into otumi die dope otumi Attorney General ni gina nchen CID gina nchen iyoko gina nchen ono afi ebe in charge of investigation you know was mun na mun gina nchen mun jama no okofa corrupt people no ebusia eno asema kavitela kanu eno enene Attorney General so enhu sad na wako file e Supreme Court da bi and OSP enya to me to be prosecuted without ono Attorney General no Attorney General no ono authorization some refia we ana Kevin Taylor eka matters arising boba muntie bi.
Now you see this document we a letter this is a letter a free the Attorney General's office call OSP data eshaso and a wohono. Now, my man chow dear AC. And after that, the Attorney General's office actually wrote a letter back after OSP catch up say or the investigators inquire Ebano. The Attorney General's office followed up and asked him about the dockets. And this was on the 3rd of September 2025. Just the 3rd of September. And the date, the 16th of October. Ever since there, the special prosecutor has not responded to the Attorney General. Let's read what's in the letter. Now, the special prosecutor, the office of the special prosecutor, Hill Salasi, blah, blah, blah. Dear Mr. Kisie Jabing, and it was signed by the Deputy Attorney General. I want the OSP to come out tomorrow and say, "Dear Mekenina send the Oforiata Magana, near to me prosecutor Oforiata a special prosecutor entra. He knows what he's doing. Or then a block a quino or hijack it. Special prosecutor onim dia oye on the Oforiata Mwashishon. He knows what he's doing. Let an Indian man can show. Or say, I bring you compliments from the office of the Attorney General. This follows letter to this office dated June 20, 2025 and subsequent conversation on subject Kenneth Nanayao Oforiata. 2. For urgent law enforcement decision-making purposes, kindly furnish this office with the following. Attorney General Satchel letter koma OSP say ya pesa usa this adwuma we ya twan docket ne mbae ya say busa for other things. 1, a copy of the dockets in its current state on the subject. 2, an investigative report, even if interim, on the suspect. 3, any other information which you believe will be necessary for the purpose, and accept our assurances of my highest consideration. Very true, yours. Now, me bibi mu achiro. Attorney General search letter koma OSP no, meaning OSP for docket ne mbaye. Docket ni here and sana extradition process need to makoso ye. And Attorney General actual letter koma no on the 9th of on the 3rd of September say, ya pese Attorney OSP Omaye a copy of the docket in its current state. I said docket, no. Baby, I would rubiano or the we just want the docket. Don't tell us to say you are waiting to add some things and some. We just want it in its current form. It's okay for us. We can work with it. Don't tell us to say there are some things you are still investigating, because when it gets to us, we can still continue investigating. And anything our car say for our prosecutors and investigators, Brian Ho, Inti Attorney General was specific. Give us the docket in its current state, because you see, the OSP has always been hiding behind it is still under investigations. And if he tells you something is still under investigation, it can take 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. He will never finish investigating, because that is how he operates. And it's Attorney General can say it does not matter where the docket, the state it is in, whatever you have gathered and whatever is in the docket, it is okay. Just bring it. This was on the 9th, on the 3rd of September. And the OSP and the Attorney General say, an investigative report, even if interim, or see some my investigative report, no, even so we crowd what baby what rubiano famaye, we can work on it. And Attorney General did not say give it to me to work on it alone. Add your investigators and your prosecutors to it, so that we can work on it with them together. And remember, the Attorney General is even calling for transparency, for his people to all sit with them to do the investigation into one docket, no, in its current state, whether whatever baby what will be a famaye and an investigative report, no, so reporter also why so far also we investigations baby what do is okay. We just want to see what investigations baby what do, give it to us. And a 3, any other information which you believe will be necessary for the purpose. Or see, document be account be a who say ebe hia say ebe boye amaya to adwuma de we so no fa ka ho ebe sinne. And I'm saying this on authority. The special prosecutor Kisie Jabin has not responded to the Attorney General. So who is blocking the extradition of Ken Ofori-Atta to Ghana? It is Kisie Jabin, the special prosecutor. Mese ebe sinne. The special prosecutor has not responded to the Attorney General from September. The Attorney General asked for the docket in its current form, the investigation report in its current state, and any other information ever seen there. Kisie Jabin has not responded to the Attorney General. Ask yourself why. Because Kisie Jabin does not want to hand over the investigative report to the Attorney General. Why? Because he's protecting Ken Ofori-Atta. If the Ken Ofori-Atta let me tell you, last week or so, Ken Ofori-Atta eba any boys bi no mu din komo or catch ne nafofo ne say ne papa so beso tukwan or the private jet ne tukwan, and they don't know Ken Ofori-Atta, he does not carry a passport. Ken Ofori-Atta ne womb. That is Ken Ofori-Atta's son. That is what he was telling his friends. Also the papa can travel anywhere, and he travels on private jets. He goes to Europe, he goes to the Bahamas. Ne papa travels on private jet with a different name. Ken Ofori-Atta's son, he was bragging to a lady, a girl. So you see where we are. Inti Kisie Jabin onim say Ken Ofori-Atta ono na air protecting Ken Ofori-Atta, ono na air making sure say Ken Ofori-Atta will never come to Ghana to face a prosecution. It is Kisie Jabin who is protecting Ken Ofori-Atta. And majority of the people like Kisie Jabin say wafromo and they are under investigation or bois. He's protecting and shielding those people. That is how he makes his money. It who say the people are mentioning you are in fact corrupt, and their evidence showing say you are corrupt. He'll come in quickly. He'll come in before the IOCO, he'll come in before the CID and tell them to stay away. He is in charge of the investigation. Remember, the OSP office is under the Attorney General's office. If you don't know, the OSP's office, it is under the Attorney General's office. If the Attorney General demands or asking for a document, the OSP has no choice. He must give that document to the Attorney General. Why do you think he's not doing that? We have given this guy $14 million. $14 million. He cannot show anything. He has not prosecuted a single soul. It's Mumbusa Kisie Jabin Ochina say, why hasn't he provided these documents to the Attorney General? You see, sometimes, right? And I'm doing this because I want the president to know what is going on. There's a lot of bad people. There are a lot of people who want to destroy your government. And I'm telling you for a fact, Mr. President, so when you see Jabe and I will go to office now, your government will struggle.